Hello there and welcome back to State of the Arts. I'm Sue Barber and I'm delighted to see all you people again, and I appreciate you coming to watch us. I have someone great this week, as always. This is Richard Kim. Richard Kim runs his own studio in Sault Ste. Marie for dance. He's an amazing, talented, amazing guy, and it's great to work with you. I've always loved to work on your shows at the end of the year. I get to press the pyro button in your show.
Right.
I'm
Yes.
very excited. Anyway, I thought I'd bring you in today to ask you, what brought you to Sault Ste. Marie? Because you were, I know you were born and raised here, but then you had an international career doing all sorts of great stuff. What brought you back here?
I did. I was fortunate. Growing up in the Sioux, just like a lot of youngsters do, you know, I had the dream of leaving and doing something professional with my dancing. And I went off to college in New York City after high school, went to the Juilliard School there, and then ended up in LA working professionally, and fortunate enough to work with some great choreographers and directors and a lot of great projects. And you know, I did that for about, I want to say, over 12 years, so all throughout my 20s and into my early 30s. I'm aging myself there. That's pretty bad. Oh my God.
Yeah, he's not really that old. You're not really.
Yeah, but I think I was about 31 when I did my last show, and a dancer's life is short-lived as far as being a performer goes. So if you can do it, you know, 10, 15 years, you're quite lucky, and to hopefully find enough work to consistently keep yourself going. You know, that's the goal. So, but I always knew I wanted to end up back home in the Sioux and have a dance studio. That was always my next transition after performing. And so I thought, after being a professional dancer for all those years, I thought at that point I had something to offer back to students, maybe a little bit more of a different perspective on the whole concept of dance education and training kids. So I moved back here, I think, when I was about 32, 33, and opened up the school. And I liked at that point, because I was at a different stage in my life, a little bit of a slower pace and a little bit more of an intimate setting with, you know, with our school of dancers and their families. So that was one of the main reasons why I wanted to come back, is that to hopefully, you know, create a center where we can share knowledge with the kids and to kind of spark maybe inspiration and a little bit of, you know, push for the ones that really want to come on and do something with it. So
You've seen a lot of your kids do really well to go off and, you know, being able to make a go of it in dance. And I think that's terrific that these kids can go out there and make a living, because you would understand what that living is to make. You've been there.
Right.
And you know about the injuries and the problems and the pressures of trying to make a living as a dancer.
Right.
And I think that really gives you a great legitimacy to do that work. That's terrific.
We're still quite a young school. It's our 9th season of operation, and one of our original students, Johnny McMillan, he's graduated from Interlocking, and now he's dancing with the Hubbard Street 2 company in Chicago.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Great.
so he's one of our first to go out, and you know, our focus and goal at the studio, like you said, was to kind of come from more of a reality and industry-based perception, right? And to kind of, you know, get the kids in that mindset of, hey, you know, while we're doing it, let's do it to a standard of what it would be like if you were to ever go off and try to pursue this. Let's get you ready for the next level of your training, your education, and then hopefully, you know, with whatever else you want to do after that. So
Yeah, it's amazing. So what's planned for you this year? Because I know now you always have great stuff happening. Plus, you're doing work with the symphony this year. And
Yes,
someday I'm dragging
yeah.
you into my art school and
Oh, we'd
making
love
you
to,
dance
yeah,
from
yeah.
one end of the school to the
Yeah.
other. I know we do have Tanya Castellani comes into White Pines.
Right.
And it's awesome to have her there and work with her. But what's going on for the studio this year?
Yeah, we're really busy this year. We're super excited to be doing The King and I with the Sioux Symphony. That's a first for our dancers as far as being able to work with a live orchestra. And we're super excited about that. That's coming up in December, so we've been really busy with that. And the past couple of months, we've been hosting a lot of workshops and guest choreographers, bringing in from New York City, Chicago, LA, And they're going to be working with our competitive kids, setting choreography. We have our year-end show coming up. That's always a big thrill for us. It's a lot of work.
To watch, yeah.
And we have our competitions this year in Sault Ste. Marie, Detroit, and Chicago. So
great.
it's a busy season. Yeah.
You always are. It amazes me that the work that you are able to do, and with the dancers and everything.
Yeah.
And I really, really appreciate you coming to talk about it. And I do encourage anybody who enjoys dancing to definitely come out and go and visit Richard Kim's studio and enjoy the thrill that Richard brings into dancing. Thanks very much for coming.
Thank you for having me.